And now we just have to wait for things to happen and to mute ourselves. And I should have already done that. Mute the site. Got it. Hello, friends on the internet. We are live. How is everyone doing this evening? How is Marissa this evening?
How am I?
Yes.
I am fantastic. I'm trying to get my screen set up just right. I think that's like the one downside with live streams. Like you want your video to be right here, so you're always like looking at it and it's not weird, but then like, I don't know, I have multiple screens, so I always feel like I'm ignoring one thing.
I try to do the pop-out chat.
Mm-hmm.
I put that over the chat in the chat room. You can see the chat room, but you can't chat in the chat room.
Mm-hmm.
StreamYard. So I try to put the pop-out chat over top of that. That way I can tag people in that. And then that way it's kind of like all at least in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have my other screen that I use for other stuff.
That makes sense.
I try. I have whole series. Hi, Adventures in Fantasy, and Becca, and Haley, and Grape, and Kristen, and Christian, and Christy. It's a thing tonight. And Emily, and Elizabeth, and DL Stewart. I almost said Eliza, even though it's like Elizabeth is the whole name, and I just like was chopping it in half.
Just for fun.
Why not? Just like to chop. Oh.
So,
what is everyone planning on working on this evening?
Besides your glass of wine.
Yeah, and make sure you have your not glass of wine.
What beverages is everyone drinking, basically?
Yeah, what are you drinking? Are you having alcoholic beverages to make your writing better? Are you having...
Oh, it's not going to make the writing better, I'll be real.
Some people it is. I wouldn't know, but you know, some people. I have water and tea and soda, and so I'm set for life now. For life. Haley says, outlining my next work in progress, modernist demonology.
Ooh. That sounds interesting.
I am intrigued now. Adventures in Fantasies, drinking water, didn't feel like taking time to make tea.
That's also the healthiest choice.
Yes. McDonald's made the tea for me. Super healthy. Let's see. Kristen's drinking Diet Pepsi and writing the end of Act 2.
Nice.
Emily wasn't planning on working today, but can maybe finish chapter 11 and start next week fresh.
Nice.
I mean, it is your Saturday, and you are supposed to be taking Saturdays off, but because it's me, I feel like it's okay. Becca's working on Fantasy from Nano.
Is that the fantasy that your dragon bag is from, Becca?
I'm trying to remember what she's been working on.
I should be specific. Don't you have multiple dragon bags?
The dragon scenery bag.
Yeah.
Not the dragon-shaped bag. Oh. My dragon bag's all the way over there by itself. I took it last weekend. We went to see Harry Potter in concert, which is like where you get to watch the movie and your orchestra plays all of the music along with the movie. And a lot of people loved my little bag and were very happy about it. I like to go, oh, my friend Becca made this for me. Isn't it wonderful? Go lay down, please. Licks. You go. No. You'll be fine. Go lay down.
Oh dear, my chat just refreshed and then everybody went away. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
You don't need people. It's fine.
Right. I feel like sometimes with live streams, you're trying to like acknowledge everybody and be like, oh, that's awesome. But also like StreamYard just kind of decides sometimes that like, no, you're on your own.
Good luck. Looks like everybody's working and drinking and having all the alcohol and tea and water. Gatorade. Nothing wrong with Gatorade. I wonder, do they sell Gatorade in other countries?
I know in the UK they have Lucasade. Yeah.
Just like a random thought, because I'm like, Gatorade was made in Florida. Do they sell it in other countries? I have weird random thoughts, obviously. Don't mind me, just over here being weird. Anyway, I am working on my high fantasy, working on revisions still. Again, kind of, maybe, I don't know. Emily with all the important answers. They have Gatorade and Powerade in Australia. So, what is Marisa working on today?
So I was just reading Haley's comment about how she's working on a Midwest political gothic about a small town being controlled by assholes, but they're the only people who can keep the monsters from killing everyone. So I really like that, but mine is kind of similar, but not really. I love like gothic stuff. So right now I'm working on what I'm calling a prairie gothic because I'm in Oklahoma and it takes place in Oklahoma and there's tornadoes and all sorts of creepy stuff, but it's about a murder that was never solved. And our protagonist has to figure it out because she's haunted by this ghost. So,
all right.
So that's what I'm working on. I'm mostly like re-outlining though. I'll be real. Like I started it in NaNoWriMo and I was very quixotic and I thought like, no, it's fine. Like you'll be able to write this thriller / mystery really easily. You don't need to do a whole lot of planning ahead.
No.
And that was false. Very false.
I am... how many times have I rewritten this fantasy story? I think this is the 4th full rewrite. So it's been 10 years at least, 11, 12. I don't even know. So fun times. On one hand, it's great because it's like every time you can see like how much better it gets because of how much more experience you have with writing at that point. But on the other hand, it's like, is that this version or the one from like 3 versions ago?
Right.
I don't remember. So, it's fine. Totally fine. That wasn't me. I didn't throw stuff. I'm totally throwing stuff. I am the weirdest. Like I'm over here playing with a weird paper clip because I have, the social awkward idle hand syndrome.
I feel that.
So always in live streams, I'm always like, just anything I can find is, anyway.
Yeah. We were talking earlier before we went live about like how much garbage is on our desks that you cannot see. And so like what you cannot see, like I know I've done videos of me like cleaning off my desk. That's literally like a 3 times a day chore. And I don't know how it happens that way, but there's just like, I don't know why I have like this many different sizes of Post-its. Like it just doesn't make any sense. And that's like only 1/4 of the Post-its here.
Do you have a snowman pin?
I don't. I do have this that I got at a conference, and it's like a little guy that you slip over your laptop screen or your webcam so that like hackers can't watch you type, I guess, or pick your nose while you write, whatever you do,
They can't watch you naked in a conference center with a whole bunch of other people.
Right, exactly.
Emily is not wrong. Your office is very pretty.
Oh, thank you. Don't look too close to the door because like the molding around the door is gone. Also, like I've hung up way too much stuff and my boyfriend came in here and he's like, you're like an alcoholic Hogwarts professor that can't hang anything straight but has too much in their office. And I was like, yes, correct.
That is actually factually accurate.
Yes.
Thank you. I don't have a whole lot of bare wall space either. So I can understand where you're coming from. I, however, have learned that I can't hang things straight, so I purposefully set them offset just enough that you can tell that it's on purpose.
Mm-hmm. That's smart.
Just offset it to begin with, and then you never have to worry about lining them up.
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful.
Symmetry.
That's my plan. That's all I've got going for me. I mean, I have so many bookshelves and walls of books that there's hardly any room for anything else, but it's fine. Hello, new friends.
Hey, everybody. Do we have thoughts on Meghan Markle and Prince Harry leaving their royal lives behind?
Good for them.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like. I find royalty and like that whole concept very intriguing. Just as an American, we don't really have royalty. We do have like rich business legacies of people passing stuff down, but I do think it's kind of cool though that like that was such a non-traditional marriage in the first place, and now they're like, peace out,
Oh yeah. By the way, we're out. I like that I feel like from all of the things that you can read, I feel like they are doing something for themselves, and I think that's always a good thing. If you're in a toxic situation, you should learn to walk away from that, and I feel like that's what they're doing.
Agreed.
And we should all practice that within our lives. If you're in a toxic situation, feel free to leave.
Exactly. Amen. If you can. If you need help, ask for it,
If this chat is toxic for you.
Yeah. Shout out to Grape Fry. I'm super excited that you want a copy of the planner.
Woo!
Also, thanks to everybody who says my office looks great. Emily and Jennifer, that's awesome. You can't see all the garbage on the floor or how I haven't vacuumed in a really long time.
Who vacuums? I have 4 dogs. I have hardwood floors, and it's almost like it's shag carpet some days. You're like, whoa, I just vacuumed. Where did all this hair come from?
Yeah. We got a Roomba, and it's great, but you can't like let it in rooms where you have like anything plugged in because it will just eat the cords. So like it just goes to the living room and the kitchen, and that's fine.
We have one as well, but I have to wait until like I'm home and all the dogs are outside, because I have the old dog and she doesn't always hold her bladder. And we have ruined one by running it during the day with a pee puddle on the floor. So, it's fine. It's totally fine. It's still like, sometimes it's like 70s shag carpet when you walk into a room and you're like, did all 4 of you just shed out your entire undercoat at the same time? It's like a shedding party. They was like, what we should do? We should all go into this one room and shed all of our hair. Let's do it.
And then you think you clean it all up, and then you move like one piece of furniture, and there's a whole new pet basically underneath it.
Just a pet under there. Oh, for sure. Which popular subgenre do you prefer better? Historical, Regency, romance, or romantic suspense?
Ooh. I think it kind of depends. Like, I don't read a whole lot of romance, but I do. I mean, I read it occasionally. I don't know. I read like everything. So I don't know. I like it sometimes. I think I like suspense more around Halloween. And I don't do a whole lot of Regency, but I do like historical. As long as it's not like a racist historical, because that's kind of a problem that a lot of historical romances have. Regency isn't bad. I think, I don't know. There are time periods that I prefer and ones that I don't. Like, if you write something in like during World War II and there's a love story in it, like I'm in love. So,
I mean, I just finished reading Capturing the Devil, which is like the 4th book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. And so that is technically a historical romance and a romantic suspense.
Ooh,
so
I like that.
Because, I mean, it's historical. There's a murderer. I mean, I kind of prefer my romance to have like a murder in it. It's fun.
It's not love unless somebody's dead. No.
That's exactly it. How did you know? That is exactly what it is. Okay, we have been chatting for a little while. I think we've got some friends now. Do you prefer longer or shorter sprints? Do you have a preference?
I like to start with a little bit shorter just so you kind of get warmed up, I guess, and then longer towards the middle and then like taper off. So kind of like a pyramid, like short, short, kind of medium, then long, 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 then medium, medium, short, short, short.
Similar. Okay. How's everybody in the chat feeling? Would you rather start out with like a 5 or a 7? I like weird numbers. Or if you have a weird number that you would like to recommend.
Pi. No, I'm sorry.
3.14. That's all I've got. If my niece were still living here, she could ramble off the first 10 digits. That's 7 more than I've got. So
yeah. I don't know. You want to start with like 5 minutes to kind of like go over and warm up
the fingers.
Yeah. Words are hard.
The chat says 7 minutes.
Ooh, okay. Let's do it. 7 sounds good.
They want to go for the full 7. 7 whole minutes.
Y'all and your endurance writing.
I mean, oh, that's not the button I wanted. That's the button I wanted. And that button, aha, that's the button I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Does anybody know what I wanted? Because I don't. Haha, there's the other thing. Okie dokie. Let me know when you are ready, and we'll get moving in that direction. And I will be muting. I will also probably be walking away from the computer to let out a dog who thinks that he needs to go outside, even though he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it'll just be Marissa's face for a minute, but no fret. That's why we're small pictures, so we can run away and do things.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. 7 minutes. Get your sprinting ready, and we're going to go right now. That's our timer. We are no longer sprinting. How did everybody do? In your full 7 minutes of fun.
Right. I feel like I got a little bit of outlining done, or just kind of like clarity around some of the settings, I think, because I had to add a couple in order to make the plot work, you know.
Yeah. I didn't really get a whole lot done other than letting dogs in, letting dogs out, and then feeding the dogs because they ate all of their food. And, you know. But I did, because I stopped in the middle of a scene the other day, I was able to get back into where I was. So next time I know where I'm at and what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. Haley had the most productive 7 minutes.
Nice.
Nailed down a plot, put one curler in, acquired food. I mean, that's great.
Nice. 306 words from Adventures in Fantasy. That's pretty good.
That's good. That's not good, Kristen. Forgetting. I'm assuming that means that it's just like on your computer at work, and so it's still there and safe. It's just not where you are.
Mm-hmm.
I think Grape's making a thumbnail, but at first I thought that said yarn making a thumbnail, and I was trying to figure out how you make a thumbnail out of yarn, and I need to get my eyes checked.
I feel that.
I think that says something about yarn. That doesn't make sense. You do this thing where you use your old eyes, because we have those. Some of us anyway.
Oh, that reminds me, I should put on my like computer glasses.
Put on your blue blocking glasses so you don't make yourself blue. You know, sad.
These are fun.
I just have regular glasses that have all the reflection.
Mm-hmm. I used to have glasses until like 2013, and then I got LASIK, which was awesome. And if anybody ever has questions about it, I'm happy to answer. But the thing is, like, your eyes don't stop aging after you have LASIK. So, like, you've got perfect vision for like up to 10 years, and then it, you just keep aging again.
Yeah.
So if you don't like keep up with it and going to like the eye doctor, which I try, but like I'm not going to remember to do things like an adult every single year. Like sometimes I have good years and some years it's like, oh, have you been to the dentist yet? I don't know. So,
Where you think you've been recently, but you look and it's been 3 years and you're like, wow.
Oops, that's bad.
That's not good.
Yeah. Or like your health insurance will cover it, but you can't go within a certain period of time or something. And it just, who knows?
I typically used to wear contacts when I started YouTube, which is great because of this, for this purpose specifically. But they're expensive and I haven't bought any for a while.
Mm-hmm.
One of these days. Becca was brainstorming.
Brainstorming is where it's at. That's like one of my favorite things to do in the writing process. Like, or just, like the part of the process where you stare out the window and like have thoughts like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if, and then sometimes I don't get a whole lot of writing done with that though. I'll be real.
I feel like that's what I do when I'm writing notes in my reading journal. Like as I'm reading through a book, like that's kind of like how I predict what's going to happen in the book next. Like I'm like, okay, so if I had wrote this book up to this point, what would be happening?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I guess plots in books. Like, what would I be doing? What would I be doing?
Yeah.
And sometimes I waste a lot of time writing down my thoughts about the way other people should write their books.
I like that. I read a book the other day, and I would grab it, but I think I left it at my mom's house so she could read it. It was called Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell, and I don't know if anybody's read it, but it was kind of the kind of story where like you're reading it and you're just like, as a writer, you're asking like, how is she going to wrap this up? This is an impossible storyline. This plot is a nightmare. It's very interesting, but also there's no way to put a bow on it and fix it, you know? And like, I read the acknowledgments when I finished it. I don't want to give any spoilers, but she was like, so I wrote this in 2 weeks, and then I sent it off to my editors, and they read it in 2 days, and they were like, this is interesting. Here's what you need to do with it. And so it was just kind of like a problematic story all around. Like, not necessarily, I mean, like the plot line was creepy and weird, but also it's just like something that, I don't know, had I come up with the idea, I'd be like, screw this. There's no way it's getting published, you know?
I recently finished The Wives by Taryn Fisher, and I'm reading it as part of like a book club, and no one else has liked it. Everyone's like, it's offensive, it's horrible, I don't like it. And I'm like, I loved this book. It was great. It was like reading 2 different books, and it was I don't know. I think it kind of has the as people call it, like the mental health cop out, where you blame something on someone's mental health.
Yeah.
And people find that offensive. But like, as someone who has mental health issues, like, why can't I be a character? Like, it's only okay for you to write about mental health if you're portraying it positively. And I don't think that's, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I think like, I totally get that. Like, I feel like with mental health character issues in books, it's only ever like inspiration porn. So like somebody overcoming and look how fantastic everything is. Or trauma porn where like, look at how terrible this is. This poor person is going to live with this forever, sort of thing. And like, there's really a happy medium. Like with my anxiety, it's just like, I deal with it. Sometimes I bite my fingernails completely off until they're bleeding, but like, you know, I deal with it. Like everybody deals with it, sort of thing, I guess.
Yeah. Some people cannot take any kind of mental health in a book if it's not positive. If it's any way not positive, they just assume that it's like people using it as a plot device because they're not smart enough to think of something else. And I'm like, but what if that was what if that is the plot? Like, what if they were sitting there and they're like, what if someone had a mental health issue where they hallucinated their entire life? That is the plot. Like, that to me would be an interesting plot.
Yeah. But also, like, there's not really access to mental health care for like a lot of people. Like, I live in a state where like that is one of our biggest issues right now. Like, just addressing that because there's no access for a large portion of the population here. So yeah, I mean, I get that it would like we want positive representation, but like, especially if you're writing about it, like here, you know, it's not gonna, I don't know. And then also like, if it's a significant, if like that is the plot, like, I don't know. This is all making me think of X-Men Legion, if you ever watched that show.
I have not.
It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. But I really like lesser known mutants, I guess.
You know, with most comic book stuff, a lot of the stuff that I watch on television are not comics that I read. So it would be like, I mean, like, everybody is all into Batman and Superman and they love those movies, and it's not my jam. But like, I love the DC TV shows that have like all the weird random people. Because I'm weird. And now I'm reading comments. There's not a lot of them. We don't have a lot of friends tonight. Nobody wants to be on here.
Well, it is a Friday night, and I assume that like maybe there was a better opportunity to do something besides work. But like, I don't know. I am such a homebody these days. Like, I did go out during the day. I'm more likely to go out during the day actually because like stuff isn't crowded. So
I don't know. I'm not a go out person, so I don't go anywhere. I don't do anything.
Yeah.
I go to work. I come home. That's it.
Yeah. The grocery store. That's a fun trip.
The grocery. Sometimes I go to the bookstore.
Yeah. Or the dollar store. I don't know why, as an adult, that's like, it still holds the same charm it did for me as a child. Like, because my parents would let me get more than one toy at the dollar store. And now I'm like, oh, you can get more than one thing because it's cheap.
That's right. You can get 2 things. Okay. Do we want to do another sprint?
Let's do it.
What do you want to do this time?
Hey, friends, what are we doing? How long are we sprinting? You tell us.
How long does everybody want to sprint for? Becca's going to yell like 20 minutes.
Dang it, Becca.
Give her the opportunity. The littlest pineapple wants 16 minutes. 15, 15, 15. Looks like we're going to do some 15.
15 sounds good. I can handle that, I think.
I think she can handle 15. You don't want to just do like straight 45 minutes? You don't want to do 3 hours. Got it.
Wasn't that like, I think Becca said in a recent video that she does like hour-long riding sprints, and I was like, how does that work? How do you even, I can't sit still. Like,
I guess you would probably have to just train yourself up to it.
yeah, for sure.
For those of us that can't sit still that long.
Yeah.
I guess I could if I was making myself do it, but who wants to do that? Okay. Ta-da! Get this thing going. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, we're going to start sprinting right now. That's it. We're done. The sprint is over. Oh, means we need to not be currently sprinting. And our faces need to come back. Hello, face. How did everybody do? I actually got to write that time.
But you also misspelled Prince, so.
But, like, isn't that how Freddie Prinze Jr. spells it, though?
It is. That makes sense. Okay.
So, like, can I get, like, half a point?
Yeah, I think it's fine. Maybe you're just, like, dream casting the movie of your novel, and it's going to have Freddie Prinze Jr. in it.
Well, the prince's name is Zane. Mm-hmm. And so I think, like, my brain was just putting it in one word. But I was like, that's not how you write that, weirdo. Kristen killed somebody.
Woo! Murder.
First death of the book, and she got teary. 472. Figured out how a scene ends. 3 plot points, scenes, and 3 curlers. I don't know what a gothic romance is technically. Do you know?
Like, I think like Jane Eyre is an example of a gothic romance, and I don't know if people still write gothic romance. But it's just like super creepy, right? Like, not an ideal love story.
Gothic romance. You need a ghost in a very dark, cold, old abbey.
Yeah. That reminds me. So, like, in undergrad, I was a poetry major because that makes money, I guess. And so, like, one of the poems I wrote, there was a line in it that said, if this were a gothic novel, one of us would be dead in the floorboards. And it was like one poem that my teacher was like, okay, you know what? You need to get out and stop reading books all the time. I was like, oh, fair enough. Correct.
Oh, that was a weird yawn.
Shout out to TB here for a school assignment.
As long as the ghost is hot.
Right.
I remember reading very, very many years ago, which I don't know if they still do, but Harlequin used to have like a Harlequin teen subsect.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember getting like a novel from that, and it was like a girl falling in love with a ghost that she didn't know was a ghost. And I'll never, like, I mean, it's been 20 some years. Like, I would never remember the title. I just remember, like, I loved that book so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like a preteen. Like, it was like the best book ever as a preteen. But, you know, now, who knows? Let's see. Jane Eyre, Wuthering Heights, The Pride of the Peacock. Let's see, what are modern? Crimson Peak is a modern gothic.
I didn't think about that. Yes, and Northanger Abbey is a satire of gothic fiction.
I just love that, like, satire was even a thing then. Like, we were over it then too. God, why? Anyway, back to the comments. I was interested. I wanted to look at it too.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it weird that like people aren't really goth anymore? I mean, like maybe there are still goth kids, but like, I don't know. You don't really see them. Maybe you do. I don't know. If there are goth kids, let us know in the comments. I'm old and irrelevant, so I don't know. Either way. Granny Marissa's gonna drink her happy juice.
Grandma's gotta have some happy juice. I mean, I wear black clothes. That counts.
Yeah. Once in high school, like I wore a black shirt every day for a couple of weeks because I had a ton of black shirts. Like it's a perfect color, it matches everything. And one of my friends asked me, why do you always wear black? And I said, because it's dark like my soul. And then just like being a smartass, you know. And she told a teacher. And then I had to talk to a teacher about my feelings. I was like, I don't really have any feelings. I just wear black because I spill a lot of Coke on my shirt.
I only wear black, and I was a goth kid in high school, so like, I mean, I do have purple hair and an entire black wardrobe. I mean, it's a thing.
Yeah.
But I'm old now, so.
Yeah. I feel like it's a thing that people don't really do anymore, but like I still respect it as a life choice. I enjoy it. I think it's cool. I just think it's weird that it went away. Like, I feel like we just have Visco girls these days.
I don't even know what that is. But
neither do I. I'm too old.
Too old for that reference.
TV.
Quit it, I'm trying to watch my stories. Oh.
Well, there's a lot of talk about romance and gothic stuff.
New adult. Aren't they all doing the pastel goth thing? Is that a thing? Pastel goth?
Did we freeze? Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Littlest Pineapple says, I'm a middle school teacher and they're still goth kids, but there's not a scene aesthetic. It's all rainbows and unicorns. That is so opposite of goth. Like,
yeah. I wonder if it's like the accessibility of Hot Topic has changed it, maybe?
Well, probably. Well, even like when I started shopping at Hot Topic as a teenager, everything was like black goth stuff.
Bondage pants, stuff like that.
Right. And even as a plus size girl who was plus size in high school and continues to be, when I was in high school, I shopped a lot at Torrid. And back then, Torrid was very catered to plus size goth girls.
Mm-hmm.
It was very like everything was black or had skulls on it or like, you know, sarcastic sayings. Whereas now everything in that store is like flowers and pretty bright, happy colors. And it's so hard for me to actually, the shirt I'm wearing right now is from Torrid. But like a lot of times I go in there and I'm like, but I don't want flowers. I want black. I actually got a t-shirt from there the last time I was shopping there that says, does it come in black?
I like it.
That's my life. Everything I wear is black. It's totally fine. It matches whatever color hair I have that day. What is an e-girl or an e-boy? I don't know what that is. I am too old. Cat ears. Mermaids are still in.
Yeah.
It was the scary store. Not a lot in there.
Outlander fan clothes. That's why I window shop Torrid. I love that.
That's true. They do have that. Torrid is like high on the fandom thing now as well.
I think like also, don't they carry a lot of the Marvel universe stuff too? Yeah. I have a cardigan that's a Captain America cardigan, and I would wear it to work because it's a cardigan, so clearly it's business casual. It's fine.
Obviously business casual. I just wear all of my black clothes to work because I was told when I started working there that I could wear whatever I wanted so long as it wasn't like holy and ratty and trashy. So I just wear all of my black clothes to work.
I like it.
It's great.
Now that I work from home, I just wear sweatpants.
I wear leggings every day.
Nice.
Every day. I have problems. Grape, I need to bring back scenes so I can fulfill my childhood dream of being a scene queen.
That hair was so hard to achieve. Like,
oh God. I couldn't even do it then. But That's because I don't have hair. Like, I mean, I do, but like that's it. That's half of my head of hair right there. There's the other half. Like, that's all I have.
I have a ton of hair, but it's curly, so it does what it wants. I get no say in the matter.
My hair used to be curly, and then when my hairdresser dyed it or bleached it, she fried all of my hair to the point that it doesn't curl anymore.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that could happen.
Burned the curl straight out of my hair.
Oh. Okay, Kavanaugh's popping in. She's team sweatpants.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Living that sweatpants life. Though I have seen that people are like leaving leggings to go to joggers, which are similar but have pockets.
Ooh.
Which is a lifestyle that I think I can get behind.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to find me some joggers because pockets.
You need them pockets for them snacks.
They're probably fake pockets because that's how they make girls' clothes. What do we need pockets for?
My snacks, clearly. No.
Snacks, duh. I didn't get this booty by not eating snacks.
What else? Haley says she's working on building her vintage look, hence the curlers. If you're not following, what is her name? I was going to give you a recommendation. It's like a vintage vlogger, basically. She does like different aesthetics. Hey, hold please. I'll find this. You all talk amongst yourselves.
Team freelance in your PJs. I wish.
Amen. Although it kind of sucks because like I freelance for a lot of local publications, and so occasionally I'll get a call like, hey, can you come down real quick? And I'm like, God, no, it won't be real quick. I need like an hour and a half to get ready, please, because I haven't washed my hair in forever.
Please don't. Kate says she's wearing joggers right now. Deep pockets, keep the warmth in, and are looser than leggings. It's a win.
Nice.
I need all of those. Please and thank you. Feel free to send those to me in the mail. I'm a size extra big butt. Someone asks, are you talking about Rachel Maxey?
I am, Haley, and I just sent you the link to her channel, but clearly you know who she is. Dang it.
Why would you not wear your Nightmare Before Christmas PJ pants every day? I mean, I agree.
It's a valid question.
I mean, are they from middle school? Because that makes it even better. Chill out, dude.
Oh, wait, I got a question from, is it Terrell or Terrell? Terrell? I don't know. What is your favorite standalone book of 2019? And what's your least fave standalone book of 2019? So, like, I have my favorite right here.
She's on the move.
Ugh. Okay. So it is, there's lighting issues. It's Wanderers by Chuck Wendig. I'll be real, it's a beefy book. It's like over 700 pages, but it takes place like in a contemporary U.S. setting, and it's about kind of an outbreak of a big, well, I don't want to give you too much to go on it. It's really interesting. There are a lot of political issues that are really prevalent right now. If you enjoyed Stephen King's The Stand, but couldn't, like, it didn't feel real because it was all about like the devil and, you know, stuff like that, which, like, you know, for some people might be real, but like this feels like a doomsday scenario that could actually happen at any given moment, given like the climate and politics right now. So it was really terrifying, and it took me 2 months to get through it because I would read a chapter and then I would get super anxious, like, oh God, this is really happening right now. So that was my favorite book. I recommend it to everybody. I don't know if I have a book that I didn't like. My least favorite standalone book of 2019. Did I read anything that I didn't like that came out 2019? Looks at her shelf. I don't have an answer for that, but I do have a second runner-up, which is Magic for Liars by Sarah Gailey. And it's about a private investigator that has to go investigate a murder at a magical high school. So, super interesting. Anyway.
Ugh. Wasn't me. I didn't do it. I totally did it. I threw stuff. I can't sew. So you guys all make your own clothes and live your best life. And I'm going to be over here buying my stuff from Torrid. Cool.
Oh, I love Bernadette Banner. I can't make anything that she makes, but it just love it.
I have been randomly watching like budget grocery hauls for families of 10. I'm like, it's just me. I don't know. I don't know who I'm feeding.
I love that though.
But I get like, last weekend, I think for 6 hours straight, I just watched like giant family budget grocery hauls for hours.
Mm-hmm.
And hours and hours and hours.
It's so addicting. I also like videos of people building their off-grid homesteads.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm never going to do that. That sounds awful. Absolutely not. Like, I want to be very much on the grid. I want fast internet. I want to be able to get to a grocery store within 15 minutes. Like, yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know why, but it's a thing. We probably should do another sprint. Probably should write some more. Not a bad option.
Writing? I'm not here for that. No.
It's kind of just like a lax Friday night hangout.
Yeah, I like it. Littlest Pineapple Love Magic for Others. Yes, Sarah Gailey has a ton of books, and they're like super productive. The next one coming out is called Upright Women Wanted, and it's like the tagline for the book is like, are you something or are you a librarian? Basically, like, are you a wuss or are you a librarian sort of thing. I'm very interested in that. Okay. I'm done reading the comments for now, maybe. I just keep looking over it. And it's like, oh my God, you guys are talking too much, and I want to answer all of you.
How long would you like to sprint for? People in the chat, tell us. I have a giant pin thing.
Clearly, it is a Friday night writing sprint. Also, like, I just want you guys to know that I'm fine, but I have dilated my, vascular dilation. So my face is real red from alcohol.
What she's saying is she a little tipsy?
The stream's about to get real silly.
Who cares? We like silly. Kristen's is 20. Grapes is 200.
I don't know if I have 200 minutes.
Littlest Pineapple says 20 is good. Are you cool with 20?
I'm cool with 20.
Can you live with 20?
Let's do it.
Okay, 20, 0, 0, 0. Not 20 hours. Don't put any more zeros in there. That would be bad. I'm not tired. You're tired. Okay, kids, we're going to sprint starting right now. okay, we're done again.
Woo!
I don't know why I always come back singing. Like, it's okay, we got it, yeah. Oh, I forgot that other part. I always forget to get rid of everything else. Like, have some faces, get rid of our ticker. You don't need that heart. You'll be fine. How'd everybody do?
Well, I didn't have to edit a warrior funeral, so pretty good.
I'm only like, let's say I'm half-ass editing, revising. I'm on paper. So I'm like just writing in what I need to change. I'm not actually changing it yet. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And moving whole scenes. It's fine.
I feel that. I did some outlining and I kind of figured out how the climax needs to happen. There's a lot of details that I have not figured out yet, but we have a general skeleton.
I like skeletons.
You gotta put some meat on them bones.
I got plenty of that. Kristen was buying yellow joggers on the Target app, so productivity. Apricot's drawing characters for another project. It looks like everybody's having a pretty productive Friday considering everyone's out partying.
Right?
It's just us at home hanging out. I guess it's some people's Saturday morning, so it's Danny's Saturday morning and Emily's, but I think Emily vamoosed, or she's just hanging out and not talking to us, which is rude. Hi, Laura. It is, listen, okay, it's Saturday afternoon now. It was Saturday morning when we started this. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. 9 through 10 through 11. Yeah, it was. It was 11:30. I was close.
Time zones are hard. It's like time traveling, but with math, and I hate it.
So I think I finally got like the US figured out.
Right?
and I have where Emily is at in Australia figured out. I know it's 14 hours ahead of us. Or of me, 15 hours ahead of you, 14 hours ahead of me. But that's just because I talk to her so often. So like I try to remember like what time of day it is so that I'm not like expecting an answer when it's 3 o'clock in the morning for her. So 9 p.m. on a Friday, having a party.
Woo! I keep saying woo, and that's not like a thing I do in real life. I'm not a woo girl, if you know what that means. Like, not, you know.
I am in chat, but not
right.
Out loud.
I mean, like maybe at a concert or a sporting event, I could if, you know, something really good happened, but generally no.
Woo!
I'm not the girl that shows up at the bar at like, you know, 15 till last call screaming, woo! At least not anymore. Like, I get tired now.
Now it's like 9 p.m. Like, bring me my water. It's time to go to bed.
Mama's got to take her vitamins and get her beauty sleep.
Gotta take our vitamins. We take our vitamins every night before we go to bed. Me and my old dog. Nightly ritual. She goes out to pee. You have to go with her. We have a fenced-in yard. Like, they all run free. But no, when it's time for her to go out, you have to go with her.
Sometimes you need a buddy. I get it.
She doesn't want to be left outside, which is dumb because I'm not going to leave her outside. Like, I would never do that to her. But, you know, it's fine. And then she comes right inside and she stands next to the treat bottle, well, her vitamin bottle, and stares at me until I give her vitamins because she's old and she needs them. When Laura goes out, she's a woo girl.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! Go out with Laura. That's what we need to do.
I feel like if Laura and I went out, she would bring the woo out of me.
She would probably bring the woo out of all of us. Having a fun time. Woo! Now my bird is wooing. I vaguely hear it in the other room. It's about time for her to get loud. She likes to.
There it is.
Yeah. Oh, she thinks it's funny. My brain's dead. I died.
I feel that. I feel like it's kind of to the point where I'm like looking at my notes for my story, like, but what if in this supernatural thriller we just add a unicorn and see what happens? Like,
no.
I mean, maybe in some capacity. Like,
I mean, unless
let's not rule it out yet.
The unicorn is killing people, in which case, okay. Like it's got rabies, and it is charging people and skewering them with his horn, and also biting off their flesh and eating it.
Yeah, I like it.
Then that's okay. My bird does know how to party. She's in there having a good time. Would you go lay down? Go lay down. No? Okay. You don't need out. You just came in.
My dog is like right outside my door right now, just kind of huffing like like she really is like, can you please be done now? It's time to cuddle on the couch.
I need you to cuddle me. What, baby? What? It's not time to go out. You just came in. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what time it is. He wants you to love him and be his best friend. Oh, and like now they're all ganging up on me.
Yeah. Maybe they just want to do some riding sprints. I mean, probably.
Probably. We should just do one more final sprint and then call it a night so we can cuddle with our puppies.
Yeah. My dog is, as soon as I leave this riding live stream, I'm going to sit down on the couch with her like she wanted, but she's going to ignore me like a cat would because she's irritated that I spent 2 whole hours in this office without her.
Oh, gosh. How dare you?
She's such a princess.
They all are. What do you guys want to do for our last sprint? Are you cool with a 10? Bringing it back down.
Back down. Downtown.
Elevator go up. Elevator go down. Which reminds me of, like, my dad had one of those, like, super lifted trucks when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And we always used to laugh and say that, like, you had to have an elevator to get in and a parachute to get out. The elevator apparently only goes up. It doesn't go down.
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't you just take the elevator down also? Yeah.
I'm always worried about, like, super lifted trucks because, like, I mean, I've never had one, but my thought has always been, like, what if I want to wear a skirt one day? Like, how do I get out? Or in?
You don't.
Yeah.
You just don't. Okay. We're going to do a 10. I'm probably going to have to let the dog out in my 10. If you don't stop, we're going to have a problem. He is my problem child. He is the devil incarnate. That's definitely not what I was going for. Quit. Got one of them licking me on my toes. Thanks, guys. All right. We are going to start a 10-minute sprint right now. Good luck, everybody.
Woo!
Okay, everyone, that was the end of the last live sprint for the evening.
Woo!
Woo! I'm singing, you're wooing. Woo woo.
Your bird is burden.
The bird's burden. When I was a teenager, Mom used to get mad because the bird and I would have what I call beeping contests.
Mm-hmm.
I would beep, she would beep, I would beep, she would beep. And we'd do it for hours.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom would get very angry. So, how did everybody do?
I'll be real, I didn't get a whole lot done, but we're tying up loose ends, you know.
I finished another scene. It was a very short one. It was like 3 pages. So, I have 3-page scenes. I have 45-page scenes. Let's fix that, child, shall we? Francesca got 71 words. Haley, 2 more plot points. Adventures in Fantasy got 2,133 words for the day.
That's awesome.
Killing it. Kristen got 1,000 for the entire live. Way to go. Everybody's doing great. I like it when people are productive, including me. I'm not great at being productive, so anytime I'm productive is good. I'm really bad at it. Oh. Again, my brain is goo.
I feel that.
On a deep personal level, my brain is goo.
I feel like Friday was maybe a quixotic choice, just in that like we've had the whole week, and then it's like Friday night, and it's just like, how are words? Why is novel?
Probably not the best choice, but it was a choice.
Yeah, I like it though. I don't know, I think it's hard to do live streams anyway, just because like scheduling everything, and then I don't know, like life is always attacking you from both sides, just coming at you all the time.
Well, and there are so more anymore that it's hard not to overlap other people, and I try really hard not to do that, but I accidentally scheduled next month as an overlap because time zones are hard. That's why. Next month, since we're here, might as well just talk about it because I'm pretty sure I have all of this written down somewhere. Maybe. Okay. Next month, that's February for anybody that doesn't know what month we're in. Live sprint is going to be on February the 6th at 6 p.m. And it's going to be me and Danny Ranger writing and Charlotte Armstrong. Whew, got it all out. Go me. And when we were planning that, we were also planning for a Friday until I remembered that their Friday is my Thursday.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we're going to overlap Kevin and Laura a little bit, but just a little bit.
A smidgen.
Just a smidgen. So I think it's going to be okay. Thank you, Marissa, for joining me this evening.
Thank you for having me. This was super fun.
Absolutely. We'll have to do it again on a day that's not a Friday.
Yes. I also need to start like doing live streams on my channel, which I should absolutely do. But like, I always think about it and then I'm like, oh, the month is already gone. It's time to schedule for next month. No, I'll put that off. And then it happens again, you know.
Stop putting it off. Just do it. Gosh. Gosh. Oh. Brain hurty brain. Okay. Anything else you would like to say before the end of today?
Good work, everybody. Thank you for showing up. Please order a pizza and have it delivered to my house.
What she said. If anybody is new to Marissa's space, her information is in the description box below so that you can find her. And if you like videos that are well put together, then Marisa is the person to go to because she thinks her stuff out. Whereas I just, the day of videos do go, crap, I need to film a video today.
I feel
you know, it's fine. It happens. It happens every time, though. Come on. All right. Hope everyone has a wonderful writing weekend and you're all able to get all the things done you want to get done. And those of you who take the weekends off, no writing. You know who you are. I just flipped you off on accident. I am your number one fan. All right, kids. That's all I got for today. So, bye. Do you want to end the broadcast?